In the depths of the ocean, where the coral reigns and the currents dance, a danger lurks beneath the surface. The shark. Beyond the misconceptions lies a fascinating truth. These majestic creatures are not the ruthless predators portrayed in fear-laden tales. With teeth that could send shivers down your spine and a length that commands respect, sharks are the ocean's silent guardians. In the rarely seen world, humans and sharks share a delicate dance, a dance often misunderstood. This is the untold story of reef shark attacks, a tale both dangerous and profound. Born in the heart of Mexico City, Adriana Morales was always enchanted by the sea. As a child, she spent her summers at her grandmother's house in Puerto Escondido, where she first fell in love with the ocean. Her days were spent combing the beaches, collecting shells, and marveling at the marine life in the tide pools. Her grandmother, a retired marine biologist, fueled her curiosity with stories of the deep sea and its mysteries. Adriana's decision to follow in her grandmother's footsteps came naturally. Her academic journey was marked by determination and excellence. She pursued marine biology at the university, where she stood out for her keen interest in coral ecosystems. Her research on coral bleaching brought her recognition in academic circles. However, it was her passion for fieldwork that defined her career path. She believed that true understanding came from direct interaction with the marine environment. Puerto Escondido, a jewel along the Yucatan Peninsula, was more than just a scenic town. Its culture was deeply intertwined with the sea, shaping the lives of its inhabitants. The town, known for its vibrant markets, colorful festivals, and warm, welcoming people, had a rich history of fishing and sea trade. The local community, a tapestry of fishermen, artisans, and small business owners, viewed the sea as both a provider and a wondrous entity. Legends of the sea were passed down through generations, adding a wondrous dimension to their daily lives. Adriana's return to Puerto Escondido was not only a professional endeavor, but also a homecoming. She had become a professional diver, mastering the art of moving around the sea with her skills. The town, with its mix of nostalgia and newfound development, presented both familiar comfort and fresh challenges. Preparations for the expedition were meticulous. Adriana spent days checking her diving gear, calibrating her camera equipment, and poring over sea charts. She collaborated closely with local diving experts, absorbing their knowledge of the area's currents and underwater topography. Safety was paramount. She ran multiple checks on her oxygen tanks, underwater lights, and communication devices. Her equipment included a specialized underwater camera designed for deep-sea photography and a sturdy, custom-made wetsuit. Adriana also arranged for a small support team, consisting of a boat pilot and a fellow marine biologist, to assist her during the dives. Adriana's arrival coincided with a local initiative to protect the coral reefs. The town was abuzz with efforts led by a group of environmental activists aiming to raise awareness about the threats to the local marine ecosystem. Among them was Luis, a charismatic local fisherman turned conservationist, who had witnessed the degradation of the reefs over the years. Luis and Adriana quickly found common ground in their passion for the ocean. He shared tales of the reef's former glory and the challenges they faced, from overfishing to pollution. Together they organized community meetings where Adriana provided insights into the scientific aspects of conservation, while Luis spoke about practical, sustainable fishing practices. Each dive brought Adriana face to face with the vibrant inhabitants of the coral reefs. She marveled at the delicate dance of the angelfish and the stealthy movements of moray eels. Clownfish darted between the anemones, while sea turtles glided majestically overhead. One particular encounter with a school of bioluminescent jellyfish left Adriana spellbound. She dived alone, and as she swam amongst them, their glowing forms illuminated the ocean's twilight, creating a surreal, dreamlike experience. Her camera captured this enchanting spectacle, hoping to convey the urgent need to protect such wonders. It was then that she had a pivotal encounter with a massive reef shark, which seemed aggressive and harrowing. The shark first appeared as a fleeting shadow. As it circled closer, Adriana could see its eyes, unblinking and calculating. She kept her movements slow and deliberate, avoiding direct eye contact. The shark, perhaps sensing her respect and understanding, gradually ceased its aggressive posturing. Adriana observed its behavior, noting scars that spoke of past battles and survival. The aggressive reef shark, a formidable silhouette against the dimming light, launched a sudden attack. Its powerful body thrust through the water with alarming speed, its jaws snapping fiercely near her. Adriana's heart pounded in her chest as she narrowly dodged the shark's initial strike. Years of training and her innate presence of mind kicked in. She knew that panic would only escalate the situation. Using her camera as a shield, she deftly maneuvered away from the shark, and her movements calculated yet swift. Despite her efforts, the shark's rough skin grazed her, leaving behind a stinging trail of bruises and scrapes on her arms and legs. The encounter was a harrowing dance of survival. Each of Adriana's evasive moves met with the shark's relentless pursuit. Finally, as if acknowledging her resilience, the shark ceased its attack, disappearing into the deep blue, leaving Adriana with both physical wounds and a profound respect for the untamed force she had just encountered. Her escape was not just a testament to her skills as a diver, but also a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the marine world she so loved. This moment of connection shifted her perception. The shark was not a mindless predator, but an essential part of the reef's ecosystem, deserving of respect and understanding. Exhausted and wounded, Adriana floated on the surface of the water, her breaths coming in ragged gasps. The adrenaline that had sustained her during the encounter with the shark began to wane, and the reality of her situation set in. Feeling the sting of her injuries and the weight of her equipment, she mustered the strength to call for help. Her voice, at first a hoarse whisper, grew stronger as she shouted into the vast expanse of the sea. The sound of her cries echoed across the water, a desperate plea in the vastness of the ocean. Fortuitously, a group of local fishermen who were returning from their day's catch heard her calls. They steered their boat towards the source of the sound, their seasoned eyes quickly spotting Adriana's figure in the water. As they approached, they were taken aback by her condition. The bruises and cuts marring her skin spoke volumes of her harrowing ordeal. With swift and practiced movements, they helped her aboard, offering her water and first aid. Their boat cut through the waves, heading back to shore as they reassured Adriana and tended to her wounds. The fishermen's timely intervention was not just a rescue, but a testament to the solidarity and kindness that existed among those who shared a deep connection with the sea. As the shoreline neared, Adriana lay on the deck, her mind replaying the day's events, grateful for the unexpected guardians who had brought her safely back to land. Back in the sanctuary of her small home in Puerto Escondido, Adriana took the time to recover and reflect. The walls, adorned with marine-themed decorations and her underwater photographs, seemed to echo her recent experience silently. Lying in her bed, she nursed the physical reminders of her encounter, the bruises that painted her skin, and the cuts that were healing into scars. Each mark was a memory, a story of survival against the raw power of nature. During her recovery, Adriana found solace in the quiet hours, allowing her thoughts to wander through the events that had transpired. The fear and adrenaline of the encounter gradually gave way to a deeper understanding and respect for the marine life she had dedicated herself to studying. She realized that her experience with the reef shark, though harrowing, was a valuable lesson in the delicate balance of the underwater ecosystem. The shark, in its territory, had acted on instinct, a guardian of its realm. As days turned into weeks, Adriana's physical wounds healed, and with it, a renewed sense of purpose emerged. She began compiling her notes and photographs, intending to share her story with the world. Her aim was not just to recount a tale of survival, but to highlight the importance of understanding and respecting marine life. She organized a series of talks and presentations, first in her community in Puerto Escondido, and later at various environmental conferences. Her message was clear. Every creature in the ocean, no matter how feared or misunderstood, plays a crucial role in the marine ecosystem. Her encounter with the reef shark became a powerful narrative that underscored the need for marine conservation and respect for the natural world. Adriana's experience, which had begun as a personal challenge, transformed into an opportunity to educate and inspire others. Her journey, marked by resilience and a deepening connection with the sea, had become a catalyst for change, bridging the gap between human understanding and the mysterious depths of the ocean. Her story was not just about survival, but about finding harmony and respect in the vast waters of the world. The first light of dawn gracefully unfurled over the tranquil shores of Maui, casting a mesmerizing array of colors that danced upon the waves. Jonathan Harris, a young adventurer with an insatiable thirst for the untamed wonders of the ocean, stood on the precipice of a beach holiday in the year 2002. Little did he know, the sun-soaked beauty of the tropical paradise would become the canvas for an untold story. A story that would thrust him into the depths of an unforeseen abyss. Clad in his favored ebony wetsuit, Jonathan approached the shoreline where the cool breeze whispered tales of adventures yet to unfold. The rhythmic cadence of the waves promised a dance with the untamed forces of the deep. This beach, however, was no ordinary expanse of sand. It was a hidden cove cradled against cliffs, each precipice safeguarding nature etched into the very fabric of the landscape. The story led to the untamed wonders lying dormant, awaiting revelation. The anticipation was not just for a story, but for an immersive experience that would carve its place in the tapestry of the incident. Venturing deeper into the ocean, Jonathan's figure became a lone silhouette, an explorer standing against the canvas of the waking sea. The sun, now ascending higher, cast long shadows that transformed the playful sparkle of the waves into an enigmatic dance of light and shadow. Unbeknownst to him, the shallows concealed a predatory force, an entity that embodied the very essence of untamed nature, lurking beneath the surface like a shadow in waiting. The narrative started taking a darker turn. The immersive tale had started changing to a realm where the extraordinary replaced the ordinary. With unwavering confidence, Jonathan swam more profoundly into the abyss. The subtle disturbance in the water, unnoticed by his untrained eye, hinted at an impending revelation. As he reached the precipice, a colossal shadow emerged. A predatory shark, its streamlined form a symbol of ruthless efficiency. In the tense moments that followed, Jonathan felt the pressure of the feral struggle, his ability to survive on a razor's edge. Wearing his black wetsuit, now showing signs of the encounter, it clung to his bruised limbs. The shark's fast moves left him with small cuts, a reminder of the dangers in the seemingly serene tropical paradise. Its razor-sharp teeth had grazed against Jonathan's wetsuit, leaving behind faint yet stinging wounds that bore witness to the intensity of the untamed struggle. Each calculated maneuver by the shark contributed to the narrative etched on Jonathan's body, a testament to the raw power and danger lurking beneath the ocean's surface. Despite these hurts, Jonathan stayed surprisingly calm, moving through the water with a determination matching the silent battle between him and the shark. The untamed situation hung in the balance, keeping everyone on edge, waiting for the crucial moment that would reshape the whole story. The conflict, now established, was a gripping narrative of survival, pitting human will against nature's unforgiving force. Surprisingly composed in the face of adversity, Jonathan became a beacon of resilience. The struggle between predator and prey played out in a silent dance, the shark circling its quarry with a primal precision that bespoke the untamed nature of the deep. The narrative had been trapped in a story that held the captive in the throes of suspense. The resolution, however, remained elusive, a strategic choice that kept the incident on the edge of what would happen next, yearning for the pivotal moment that would unravel the untamed tale. The ocean's depths echoed with the primal dance of predator and prey, and as the shark circled with menacing precision, a palpable tension hung in the air. In those heart-pounding moments, the untamed encounter teetered on the edge of chaos, testing Jonathan's resolve. With every silent sweep of the shark through the shallows, the line between survival and succumbing to the untamed forces blurred. Yet, in the face of this dangerous confrontation, Jonathan's resilience shone through. Through an uncanny connection with the ocean, he navigated the depths of danger, inching closer to a solution that would redefine the narrative of this untamed tale. Beneath the surface, where the sunlight struggled to penetrate, a massive force awaited. The shallows, once a playground for beachgoers, harbored a predator that embodied the untamed essence of the ocean. As Jonathan swam further, the sun casting long shadows, the water transformed into a realm of uncertainty. The unseen abyss concealed beneath the waves beckoned with an allure that blended beauty and danger. The clash between the serene surface and the lurking unknown set the stage for an untamed encounter that would redefine Jonathan's perception of the ocean's depths. As dawn bathed the scene in a warm golden glow, the shark swam away into the abyss as if acknowledging the bond forged in the depths. In the aftermath, Jonathan cleaned the wounds with antiseptic, applying bandages to ensure protection from infection. A sense of relief washed over him as he addressed the physical toll, acknowledging the bruises and cuts as souvenirs from the untamed adventure. With a blend of resilience and practicality, Jonathan allowed the healing process to take its course. Rest became a crucial component of his recovery, and he took the time to reflect on the untamed beauty he had encountered, appreciating the scars as reminders of a narrative that transcended the ordinary. The conflict had not been resolved through aggression, but through a connection that defied the norm, leaving them with a profound appreciation for the wonders that lurked beneath the surface. As Jonathan stood on the shore in the aftermath, the echoes of this untamed adventure lingered in the air. With its mysteries and wonders, the wild world had left an indelible mark on those who had glimpsed its depths. The hidden cove, once a backdrop to tales of yore, now stood as a living testament to the untamed forces that shaped the narrative of Jonathan's beach holiday. An untamed encounter that transcended the ordinary, redefining the boundaries between man and the wild. The end, marked by the shark's retreat into the abyss, held a poignant resonance. Jonathan emerged from the water, his silhouette against the golden sunrise, embodying a newfound respect for the untamed beauty he had encountered. The coastal town of Crestwood Bay, nestled between rugged cliffs and the ever-expansive Pacific Ocean, exuded a timeless charm. Its history echoed in the creaking beams of Captain Ezekiel Pierce's lighthouse, a sentinel overlooking the azure expanse. With her fiery red hair and a spirit as untamed as the waves she rode, Serena Lawson had become synonymous with the town's aspirations. The year was 2010, and the anticipation for the upcoming windsurfing championship hung thick in the salty air. Fueled by an unyielding passion for her craft, Serena embarked on a rigorous practice regimen that brought her into harmony with the rhythmic symphony of the ocean. The sun lay low on the horizon, casting a warm glow over the waters as she glided with the grace of a seabird. Crestwood Bay, once a thriving fishing village, now held the quiet echoes of maritime tales and the secrets of long-lost shipwrecks, a testament to the rich history that Serena navigated with each windsurfing adventure. The winds whispered long stories as Serena, oblivious to the looming twist of fate, carved through the water. Meanwhile, Captain Ezekiel Pierce, the town's elder, observed her from the time-worn lighthouse. During one of these serene practices, nature seemed to rebel against the status quo. A colossal wave, ominous and unannounced, rose from the depths, crashing with relentless force against Serena's board. The impact sent her sprawling into the churning sea, a sudden plunge into the heart of an unpredictable arena. Disoriented and breathless, Serena surfaced to a surreal isolation. The vastness of the ocean stretched in every direction, and the adrenaline-fueled excitement of the competition faded into the haunting solitude of the open sea. Little did she know that this unplanned encounter would unveil a giant shark known as Leviathan. Beneath the surface, shadows stirred. Unbeknownst to Serena, the commotion had roused the curiosity of a great white shark, a marine giant known to the locals as Leviathan. As Serena floated, vulnerable and alone, the predator emerged from the depths, a living legend that had shared an unspoken pact with the town decades ago. After that wild windsurfing mishap in Crestwood Bay, Serena was pretty banged up. She had bruises from the unexpected wave tossing her around, and she was scared out of her wits when Leviathan, the big shark, showed up. She had to ditch her trashed windsurfing board and swim for it, hoping the shark wouldn't decide she was its next meal. As the town mobilized a search party, unaware of the unfolding drama in the open sea, Serena's strength waned, and the tension reached its zenith. During Serena's encounter with the great white shark, something changed. The great white shark followed her closely, creating a connection that felt unusual, a pact that Serena unknowingly invoked as she swam. locked in a delicate balance between predator and prey. Meanwhile, the town grappled with Serena's disappearance, and the ocean, once a playground, became an unpredictable abyss. In the climax of this harrowing encounter, a subtle shift occurred. The great white shark veered away, disappearing into the depths with a graceful flick of its tail. Serena, exhausted and bewildered, emerged from the water to the jubilation of the rescue party. With bated breath, the town listened to her harrowing tale, struggling to reconcile the inexplicable events that had unfolded beneath the waves. Back on land, Serena tended to her injuries as best as she could, dealing with the aftermath of this encounter. The town got wind of her wild tale, and it left everyone scratching their heads. Serena, once this windsurfing champ, now had the physical reminders of a struggle with the unpredictability of the ocean. The town, forever changed by the mysterious bond forged beneath the waves, struggled to come to terms with the incident at Crestwood Bay. Having experienced the unfathomable, Serena withdrew from competitive windsurfing, forever haunted by the untamed depths that had spared her life. Serena's withdrawal from competitive windsurfing, marked by a haunting reticence, sent ripples through the tight-knit community of Crestwood Bay. The once boisterous windsurfing champion now wandered the shores in quiet contemplation, her gaze often drawn to the expansive ocean that had both nurtured and tested her. The townsfolk, who had witnessed the inexplicable encounter between Serena and Leviathan, grappled with a newfound reverence for the depths that surrounded them. As Serena navigated her internal tumult, the town buzzed with speculative murmurs. Captain Ezekiel Pierce, now a living repository of maritime wisdom, observed Serena's transformation with a solemn understanding. His eyes, the storyteller's lanterns, held a depth of knowledge that transcended mere anecdotes. The legend of his unspoken pact with the great white shark became a whispered narrative, a parable shared among the residents of Crestwood Bay. In the wake of Serena's withdrawal, the coastal town underwent a subtle metamorphosis. The once thriving windsurfing culture took a back seat to a more contemplative appreciation for the ocean's unpredictable beauty. Crestwood Bay became a haven for those seeking solace in the rhythmic cadence of the waves, a place where the tangible and the mystical coexisted in the salty breeze. Inspired by the unspoken pact that had spared Serena's life, the town's elders initiated efforts to conserve and protect the marine life that called the bay home. A newfound harmony between man and nature emerged, a delicate balance maintained by the collective understanding that had surfaced from Serena's harrowing encounter. Once a silent witness to maritime tales, the lighthouse became a beacon of conservation, its light symbolic of a shared responsibility towards the untamed realms of the ocean. Meanwhile, Serena grappled with the aftermath of her encounter. Dreams of windsurfing glory collided with the haunting memory of the shark's gaze. The ocean, once her ally, now held a wondrous allure that both beckoned and repelled. Seeking solace, she found herself drawn to the lighthouse, where Captain Pierce, the keeper of maritime secrets, offered a quiet companionship. Serena and the old captain embarked on a journey to unravel the wonders that bound their fates. The winds of change whispered through the coastal town, fusing the past with the present in a dance of untamed narratives. As the years passed, Crestwood Bay became a symbol of coexistence between humanity and the natural forces of nature. The legend of Serena and the great white shark, woven into the fabric of the town's lore, inspired a new generation to approach the ocean with reverence rather than fear. Once the pinnacle of Crestwood Bay's identity, the windsurfing championship transformed into a celebration of the delicate balance maintained by those who had learned to navigate the unpredictable currents of life. Having found a sense of closure and purpose, Serena had become an ambassador for marine conservation. Her voice echoed through schools and community gatherings, a testament to the transformative power of untamed encounters. In the twilight of his years, Captain Ezekiel Pierce watched with pride as the town he had silently guarded embraced a newfound harmony with the ocean. Crestwood Bay stood as a living testament to the delicate dance between humanity and the untamed forces that shape our existence. The lighthouse, perched on the cliffs, cast its unwavering light over a town that had learned to embrace the mysteries of the ocean with open hearts and a shared understanding. An understanding forged in the depths of a harrowing encounter between a fearless windsurfer and the guardian of the deep, the great white shark. In the year 2009, under the canvas of a breathtaking sunset, the Ocean Voyager sailed into the vastness of the Pacific, bound for the renowned waters off Mariners Cove. Dr. Alexander Morrison, a distinguished marine biologist with a hunger for shark conservation, spearheaded a groundbreaking expedition to study and tag these majestic creatures. His team, consisting of fellow marine biologist Dr. Olivia Mitchell, seasoned underwater photographer Ethan Hayes, and the skilled Captain Rodrigo Fernandez, were eager to unravel the mysteries of the ocean's depths. The Ocean Voyager cut through the gentle waves as the team prepared for a night dive. Advanced tagging devices, underwater cameras, and a sense of anticipation filled the air. The crew, clad in sleek wetsuits, descended into the depths, guided by the glow of underwater lights illuminating the darkness. The ocean unveiled its wonders as the divers navigated through the aquatic realm. Schools of graceful fish danced beneath the moonlit surface, and the team marveled at the beauty that surrounded them. Dr. Morrison led the expedition, capturing the essence of the underwater world with each precise movement. However, the tranquility was shattered when an enormous shadow loomed in the distance. A great white shark, a behemoth among its kind, emerged from the depths with an air of unparalleled authority. The crew's excitement morphed into cautious vigilance as the colossal predator circled them, its eyes fixated on the intruders. Captain Fernandez, monitoring the safety of the vessel, watched the scene unfold with growing concern. The team received urgent warnings to the surface, but Dr. Morrison, driven by scientific curiosity, signaled for them to remain calm and retreat slowly. Before they could react, the colossal shark, fueled by an unknown aggression, lunged at the team. Chaos ensued as the water became a battleground between man and nature. The colossal shark, with a ferocity unseen before, targeted Dr. Morrison. The team, helpless witnesses to the underwater drama, could only listen to the frantic exchanges over the communication system. Dr. Morrison, displaying incredible composure and resilience, grappled with the aggressive predator, deploying the tagging device amid the chaotic encounter. The surface tension intensified as the crew, gripped by anxiety, pulled Dr. Morrison to safety. The massive shark, now tagged, vanished into the abyss, leaving behind a mixture of relief and unease. Back on the Ocean Voyager, the team struggled to comprehend the unforeseen aggression they had witnessed. After the shark encounter, Dr. Morrison's recovery was a slow but steady process. The bruises and injuries he sustained required medical attention. The crew aboard the Ocean Voyager, equipped with basic first aid supplies, tended to his wounds. They cleaned and dressed the injuries, applying simple bandages to promote healing. Emotionally, the support of his team played a crucial role in Dr. Morrison's recovery. They offered words of encouragement, shared their perspectives on the incident, and collectively processed the traumatic experience. The camaraderie among the crew members became a source of strength, helping Dr. Morrison navigate the psychological aftermath of facing a hostile shark. As the vessel sailed back to Mariners Cove, the crew engaged in deep discussions about the unprecedented encounter. The vessel's dimly lit cabin buzzed with a mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration. Sitting at the center of the conversation, Dr. Morrison replayed the events in his mind. His eyes gleamed with a scientist's curiosity, eager to delve into the data collected from the aggressive shark. The crew members, nursing a cocktail of emotions, recounted their perspectives. Dr. Olivia Mitchell, the second in command, spoke passionately about the need to decipher the motivations behind the shark's aggression. Ethan Hayes, the underwater photographer, expressed awe at the raw power he had witnessed through the lens of his camera. Captain Fernandez, a weathered seafarer with a wealth of experience, voiced his concerns about the unpredictability of the ocean, acknowledging that even experts could be caught off guard. Upon returning to Mariners Cove, Dr. Morrison sought professional medical care to ensure a thorough recovery. The local medical facilities provided additional treatment for his injuries, monitoring his progress closely. Beyond physical healing, Dr. Morrison engaged in conversations with mental health professionals to address any lingering emotional impact from the intense encounter. Back at Mariners Cove, the team found themselves thrust into the spotlight. News outlets clamored for interviews, eager to capture the sensational tale of the marine biologist who stared down a hostile shark. The scientific community, equally intrigued, sought to analyze the collected data. Though reluctant to be in the limelight, Dr. Morrison recognized the importance of sharing their findings with the world. At the Mariners Cove Marine Research Institute, the team conducted exhaustive analyses of the data. Late nights turned into early mornings as the researchers huddled around computer screens, scrutinizing every piece of information gleaned from the encounter. The marine biology community awaited their conclusions, and the pressure to deliver accurate and groundbreaking insights loomed over the team. The data revealed startling patterns in the behavior of the aggressive shark. In a series of presentations and conferences, Dr. Morrison unveiled findings that challenged existing theories. The scientific world, once skeptical, now stood in awe of the revelations that unfolded from the dangerous depths. The encounter not only highlighted the nature of the ocean, but also expanded the boundaries of scientific understanding. In the wake of their newfound fame, the team grappled with the dual responsibilities of scientific rigor and public outreach. Dr. Morrison, now a spokesperson for shark conservation, delivered impassioned speeches at conferences and educational institutions. The encounter not only advanced the understanding of sharks, but also sparked a global conversation about the delicate balance between scientific exploration and the untamed forces of nature. The team held subsequent expeditions that saw them exploring different regions, encountering various shark species, and contributing to growing knowledge. The aggressive encounter with the great white shark remained a pivotal moment, a reminder that the ocean was both a source of wonder and a realm of unpredictable challenges. In the scientific community, debate sparked by the team's findings led to collaborative efforts to unravel marine life's complexities further. The encounter with the hostile shark had ignited a collective curiosity, prompting researchers worldwide to delve into the intricacies of underwater ecosystems. As the years passed, Dr. Morrison went into uncharted waters and pushed the boundaries of marine science. Dr. Morrison's advocacy work bore fruit as policies supporting shark conservation gained traction. The once hostile encounter had transformed into a catalyst for positive change, demonstrating the resilience of both man and nature. The incident symbolized the delicate dance between scientific exploration and the untamed forces of the natural world. The Ocean Voyager continued to sail, its crew led by Dr. Morrison driven by an unwavering passion for understanding, respecting, and protecting the enigmatic world beneath the surface. In the summer of 2011, the Mariana Archipelago cradled a hidden gem, Isla Serenidad. Known for its lush landscapes and pristine lagoons, this paradise beckoned adventurers from far and wide. Among them was Amelia Harrison, a seasoned traveler with an insatiable wanderlust. Her heart pulsated with excitement as she embarked on a kayaking expedition, seeking the promised tranquility of Isla Serenidad's emerald waters. As Amelia's paddle rhythmically dipped into the clear lagoon, the kayak glided over a vibrant underwater world. The coral reefs beneath painted a mesmerizing tapestry, teeming with exotic fish in a kaleidoscope of colors. Overhead, the tropical symphony of birds and the rustle of palm fronds created a harmonious backdrop for her solitary paddle. Isla Serenidad whispered tales of an ancient guardian, a legendary shark whose name was lost to time. Local folklore spoke of its role as a protector, almost keeping the lagoon safe from intruders. Though believed to be extinct, hints of its existence lingered in the collective consciousness of the islanders. Unbeknownst to Amelia, she had entered this hidden realm where the veil of reality blurred. The tranquil waters betrayed a subtle disturbance as the sun lay below the horizon, casting the lagoon into twilight. The atmosphere shifted, and a dorsal fin sliced through the surface. The ominous silhouette of the enormous shark emerged from the depths. The once serene lagoon transformed into a theater of primal instincts, where the dance of predator and prey unfolded beneath the moonlit canopy. The air thickened with anticipation as nature's symphony gave way to the first heartbeat of the ocean. Amelia's heart raced as the guardian circled her kayak with predatory intent. Its primal gaze invoked an ancestral fear deep within her. Panic surged, but she summoned her innate survival instincts to confront the impending danger. The once serene vessel was transformed into a battleground, witnessing the clash between human resilience and the untamed force of nature. The Guardian, a formidable shark, lunged at the kayak, its powerful body bumping against the hull. The air filled with the tension of the struggle as the kayak bore the physical impact of a perilous encounter with the wild. Each stroke of the paddle became a desperate plea for escape as the shark's immense presence loomed. The moonlit water mirrored the turmoil within Amelia's soul. She attempted to outmaneuver the apex predator with every calculated move, navigating the labyrinthine dance of survival. The night wore on, marked by the ebb and flow of the tide, as the struggle between human will and the ancient force of the ocean unfolded. The lagoon, once a sanctuary, now bore witness to a confrontation between two worlds, one shaped by civilization, the other governed by the laws of the wild. Fortunately, the shark retreated, leaving Amelia with a mix of relief and awe at that close encounter with the raw power of the sea. Amelia's ordeal with the guardian shark left its mark in the form of bruises. The struggle in the kayak had taken a toll on her, resulting in scraped arms and a bruised leg. The kayak itself bore the physical scars of the encounter, showing minor damages from the guardian's aggression. Once back on the rocky cliffs, Amelia took a moment to assess her injuries. The cuts were superficial but stung with the salty reminder of her battle with the feral force. The islanders, witnessing her return, offered simple aid, cleaning the wounds and providing basic first aid to ease the discomfort. The kayak, though it had minor damage, remained functional for the return journey to the island's shore. Against all odds, Amelia reached the safety of the rocky cliffs, her kayak battered but intact. Breathless and humbled, Amelia reflected on the untamed forces that governed the natural world. Isla Serenidad, with its tranquil facade, had revealed a side hidden from casual observers, a reminder that even in paradise, survival demanded respect for the delicate balance between humans and the wild. Over time, Amelia's physical injuries healed, leaving behind only faint scars as reminders of the struggle. Emotionally, the impact lingered, and the memory of the encounter became a part of her story. She was grateful for her survival, treated her injuries with a mix of traditional remedies and practical care. Amelia, now a living connection to the shark's realm, found herself drawn back to Isla Serenidad, not seeking adventure but respecting the island's spirit. The moonlight cast its ethereal glow on the undisturbed lagoon, shrouded in mystery and wonder. Amelia's harrowing encounter became a tale etched in the annals of the island's history, a cautionary saga for those who dared to challenge the waters. Amelia stood on the rocky precipice in the aftermath of the harrowing encounter, the echoes of the primal struggle still reverberating in the air. As she caught her breath, Amelia couldn't shake the feeling that she had glimpsed into a realm where the boundaries between the civilized world and the wilderness blurred. The shark's presence now dissipated into the ocean's depths, leaving behind a heavy silence in the night air. Amelia, battered yet alive, surveyed the undisturbed lagoon below. The tranquil waters, which had once promised a leisurely paddle, now held the memory of an epic struggle between humanity and the forces of nature. Descending the rocky cliffs, Amelia returned to the kayak, which bore the scars of the encounter, scratches and bite marks etched into its surface. As she paddled back to the island's shore, the lagoon mirrored the serenity of a world that had witnessed a confrontation between two realms. Isla Serenidad, in its beauty, seemed to hold the wonders of countless tales, each etched into the fabric of the island's existence. Amelia's journey didn't end with the rocky shores. The islanders, grateful for her survival and touched by the intertwining of her destiny with that of the shark, shared stories of Isla Serenidad's past. They spoke of how the island had long been a sanctuary for its residents, and the feral creatures that found refuge in its untouched beauty. Months passed, and Isla Serenidad became a place where tales of resilience and respect for the wild echoed through time. Amelia, having become part of the island's lore, couldn't escape the encounter's profound impact on her. She found herself drawn back to Isla Serenidad, not as a tourist seeking adventure but as a custodian of the island's realm. With its lush jungles and pristine lagoons, the island continued to weave its magic. And so the story was etched in the rocks and waves, a narrative that resonated with every ripple in the tranquil waters of Isla Serenidad. Its beauty endured, transcending time and becoming a memorable part of the island's legacy.